Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. This time I've got I'd call it a large book haul. And you can see this stack and then there's a smaller stack. So I've been collecting these books for, I said all of July. I was supposed to film this a bit earlier, but yeah. I don't know how many books are here. I've not counted and I'm not going to. So, I'm just going to position this a bit better. So yeah. So most of these are from Vinted. There's a couple from Amazon. The Works and Waterstones. Yeah. So. I don't really know how to begin. I've got a stack of books staring at me. And we'll start with a smaller stack. So the first book is Rewitched by Juicy Lane Wood. This is the Works Sprayed Edged exclusive edition, so it's got the little cat on there. So I will try and read you some synopsis. When the leaves fall, magic rises. Belladonna Blackthorn, which by the way is a really cool name, hasn't lost her magical spark, but she hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop, Luna Books, with handling her toxic boss. Concealing her witchcraft from those around her, Bella is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. But when her 13th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, Belle, that's her nickname, risks losing her magic forever. With only a month to fix things and a suspicion of dark forces may be working against her, she will need all the help she can get from the women in her life, and from an unlikely mentor figure from an infuriating coven watchman who sworn to protect her. This apparently has a lot to do with warlocks and I am currently in my warlock era. It's currently stemming from my obsession with Michael of Spain, but I love me some warlocks. Magical or non-magical. I'm going to try and see if I can at least get a couple of these behind me. Then I picked up a physical copy of Ward D by Frida McFadden. I have already read this and absolutely adored this. I wanted a physical copy. All she has to do is make it through the night shift. Ward D is the hospital's mental health unit. As a medical student, Amy is required to gain experience on the floor. But little do her colleagues know, can't even speak, it may force her to confront a past she's fought to forget. The night starts and the countdown begins. I'll leave the synopsis there because it's a thriller. This was a really enjoyable thriller as well, and it would be one I would read again, surprisingly. I don't say that often about thrillers. My hair is misbehaving today, so we'll just ignore that. I picked up XOXO by Axio. This is the Fairy Loot edition, I believe. So it has a lovely hardback copy. I've ordered ASAP as well. Spread edges and signed. It's very flimsy hardback as well. Oh, and it's got a gorgeous inside too. Jenny didn't get to be an award-winning classical trained cellist without choosing practice over fun. That is until the night she meets Jae-woo, mysterious, handsome, and a little bit tormented. Jae-woo is exactly the kind of distraction Jenny would normally avoid, and yet she finds herself pulled into spending an unforgettable evening wandering Los Angeles with him on the night before his flight home to South Korea. With Jae-woo an ocean away, there's no use in dreaming what could have been, but with Jenny and her mother moved to Seoul to take care of her ailing grandmother. Who does Jenny meet at the elite arts academy she's just been accepted to? English today is not my strong point. Jae-woo. Finding a dreamy stranger who swept you off your feet in your homeroom is one thing, but Jae-woo isn't just any... I did not know this about this book. Wow. Okay. Wow. Turns out he's a member of one of the biggest K-pop bands in the world. And like most K-pop idols, Jae-woo is strictly forbidden from dating anyone. Wow. I didn't know that about this book. I did not know he was a K-pop idol. I should have read the top of it that says a dreamy dose of K-pop idols and secret romances. I think I've just fallen in love with this book even more. Wow. I guess this is a thing that a lot of people don't know about me. I do love K-pop. Blackpink, BTS, Stray Kids, and ENHYPEN are my favourite bands. I'm going to see an ENHYPEN in Manchester this month. Yeah. I didn't know this was K-pop. Oh my god. I'm gonna adore this even more. And now I can't wait till ASAP comes. And striking from K-pop to dark romance, we have Beautiful Venom by Rina Kent. This is a first in a series. I don't know what series this is. I like the dedication. To those who run in the dark, where beauty and danger are two sides of the same coin. Marks the start of a new exciting side of the Renaverse. So it's just a Renaverse, is it? Someone's going to have to tell me whether this is part of a series. Oh, playlist. I have never heard any of these. Oh, Melanie Martinez is on there. I've heard of her. But I've not heard other than that. Is Lilith with Halsey and Sugar from BTS? I've heard of Ruel through Shadowhunters, and I know 21 Pilots, because I used to be a big fan of 21 Pilots. And I know Halsey, but is that Sugar from BTS? Sugar or Sugar like someone else? But other than that, I don't really know anyone on that. Anyway, this is the book. In a den of vipers, revenge is the deadliest venom. After my sister was attacked and hospitalised, my world was shattered. Now all I have left is vengeance. The problem? I have no idea who did this to her. My only leader is the Vipers, an elite college hockey romance. Hockey dart romance. Okay. Is an elite hockey team that rules the ice and the shadows beyond it. To infiltrate their secret society, I set my sights on the weakest link, Kane Davenport. The Viper's charismatic captain, but too late I realise I've enticed the most venomous snake. Behind Kane's perfect mask lies something far more dangerous than I ever imagined. And now I'm trapped in a lethal game with no escape. This sounds really intriguing. I actually bought this on a whim on Amazon. I knew nothing about this. So, I am intrigued. Then we've got some indie books. I bought like a bundle of indie books. These are some of them. Some of them are just kind of slipped in. Because I do readathons. Like this month I'm participating in the second lot of literature for the year. And a lot of readathons have indie books needed. And I don't own a lot. I've got 2 on my shelf. And that was it. Well, 3, because I'm currently reading 1. 3 on my shelf, but that was it. So I bought some more. These may not be great, but I'll give them a shot. So The Awakened Prince. Once Upon a Prince, a Sleeping Beauty retelling. This is by Laura Carter. So, a betrothed prince, a mysterious maiden, and a secret that could destroy the kingdom. So is this where... This seems to be where he falls asleep and she wakes him up. This is book 11 of Once Upon a Prince. And it's clean. This is a closed door romance. You don't get closed door romances. I'm glad they're standalones because this is book 11. Closed door romance. So if you want that, maybe this might be a series for you. Claimed by the Orc Prince by Lionel Hart. So this is an elven prince, the son of an orc warlord. In two warring nations, their arranged marriage brings peace. They never expected to fall in love. So this has Tegan and Zorvet. Zorvet? Sounds like a weird name. So it's an elf and an orc. That's actually quite interesting. I'm currently also reading Fated by Forever in Forever, which is the last of the Nocturne Vampire Clan series, by L.A. McGuinness, and it probably will haul them at some point in August, so you might see them. This is a series. Let me get these. So these are by Corin M. Knight. So this is a Supernatural Academy paranormal romance. It's called Of Night and Monsters. So we got the Shadowbound Knight. So this is Casimir. Casimir Throne, marked for death by the Order of the Dragons, emerges from the ashes of his sanctuary, vowing vengeance. Then we got the King of the Undead. So this is Vlad, and he's accompanied by his siblings Lucian and Alessandra, and they embark on a dangerous journey to the infamous Rosaline Academy, the Order's crown jewel. And then the Demon Prince, which is the illustrious Rosaline Academy and the Order of the Dragons meticulously cultivate the supernatural creatures that benefit their agenda. Jade was abandoned by her mother and has been alone ever since. Yet she finds solace in Rosalind being her home. When a sinister power broods over the campus, she courageously undertakes to discover who's behind it. And Ashley Rex, who's a new student at RA, is immediately captivated by her. So I'm assuming that's Ashley Rex. So these look really interesting. These look like they are right up my alley, especially this guy. I like long-haired men. It has to be said, I do like long-haired men. This is an extremely short one, but this is called Breaking Oakley by Nell Daniels. I think I put Neil Daniels when I've typed it in my spreadsheet. I'll have to check. So this is looks like a cowboy romance. It says, I've been in love with Jamie Walker for as long as I can remember. He's devastatingly handsome and impossible to resist. He's my high school sweetheart, my best friend, and also the bull rider my dad doesn't approve of. With my 18th birthday and graduation around the corner, I'm ready to give Jamie all of me, heart, body and future, but what happens if he isn't ready to do the same? Is passion between us strong enough to burn through everything that stands in our way? Or will I have to say goodbye and surrender myself to a broken heart? It seems to be part of the Montgomery Dream series. So this looks interesting. It is very short though. Good one if you need a short book as well as an indie. Now this one. I think you've all been waiting for this. So, on my channel there is a review for this. I was a beta reader for This Wasn't the Plan by Ellen Morgan. I think you all know that I rave about Ellen Morgan and her books on this channel a lot. I've read The Blood Slaves. I've read Invasion Day. I've read Tommy's Girl. I also have read This Wasn't the Plan. And I'm currently reading the Black Rose series Volume 1. So you know I'm going to be raving about her in August as well. And I will never shut up about her. Are we not? Yeah, we are. I got very confused by the months. It's been a long weekend. But this was on Amazon and I had to pick myself up a copy because being a beta reader was such a good one. So this is a novel about losing everything and finding yourself. So it's about Stevie Jones who flees the loneliness of New York for life in London. She's searching for something more than just a job change or a change of scenery. She's searching for herself and her purpose. So, if you're interested in this, go and check out my review. That should give you all the deets of what I thought about this. It's on my channel. You'll see it. It has the cover on the front. But yes, it is quite a beefy one. This is actually available. I think it's still available on Amazon. I think it's on Kindle as well. Then we've got these. So these are it is a trilogy, but I've only got the first two. So this is Bonequill and Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth and Bonequill, I've got them the wrong way around. These are by John and Carol E. Barrowman. Yes, John Barrowman, the guy who played Captain Jack in Doctor Who. I was going to put these in my Doctor Who haul, but these have nothing to do with Doctor Who. So. And this one is signed by John and Carol. I like how it says John Barrowman is a presenter, singer, dancer, and actor best known for playing Captain Jack. And Carol E. Barrowman teaches English creative writing at a college in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ooh. Here's a map. The islands and the abbey. Oh, there's a couple maps. So I'll show them. So this is the island and the abbey. And then we have the abbey and the Era Minor beyond. So Hollow Earth is the first book. These are essentially children's books. Also got bookmarks. When you have powers like Matt and M, imagination can be dangerous. It kind of reminds me of Shatter Me, but a hell of a lot better. So it says, the monster's eyes scan the darkness. Hide, hide, hide. Twins Matt and Jesus Christ. Emily Calder have imagination so powerful they can make art come to life. The powers are sought after by villains intent on accessing the terrors of Hollow Earth, a place where all the devils, demons and monsters ever imagined lie trapped for eternity. If Hollow Earth is breached, the world will be plunged into chaos. If Hollow Earth is breached, the twins are as good as dead. And this is the second one, Bonequill. And this is also signed. Is it signed by the both of them as well? I think it is. These were signed in 2013. Here's the bookmark as well. So I have both of these. I am very intrigued to see what these are like. I love me some books written by celebrities, even if the celebrities aren't that great at writing. So this is called Darn Knit All. This is by Evie Mitchell, part of her All Access series. This is a disabled representation romance. So this is Theo and May. So Theo, you might be asking yourself how a guy like me ended up on a fashion reality TV show. You might also be asking why I agreed to be a designer's apprentice with no intelligible sewing skills. Cake. Delicious, fluffy, flour-laden, sugary cake, the beginning of my downfall. If it weren't for that cake, I never would have bribed Maya Sakamoto for more. We had never developed a friendship. I wouldn't have known of her dreams to become a fashion designer, and I sure as hell wouldn't have ended up on a reality TV show to help her chase those dreams. Real knight in shining armour moves. Our friendship was a match made in heaven before the show put us in a one-bedroom hotel. Now, my lines are blurry and I can't help but wonder, could Maya be a perfect fit? Then it says, Maya. Every day I'm battling imposter syndrome, anxiety and abject terror. And why? Is it for prize money, fame, or the opportunity for my designs to be seen around the world? No, it's because of Theo. Beautiful, hilarious, frustrating Theo. Theodore Garrett believes in me. He believes I've got what it takes to win this crazy competition. He quiets the doubts in my head, pushing me towards my dream life. Only I don't know how to tell him that my dreams don't include fashion shows and exclusive lines. Instead, feature him. So the first one was, I've got the first one. And it's about, a wheelchair, a lady in a wheelchair who's actually a sex therapist, I believe. But yeah, this one sounds intriguing. So it's, I believe, person of colour rep, and also disability rep, which we need to see more of in books. Better than what that Death of an Author did, which if you've seen my July wrap-up, you know exactly what I mean. Then we've got two more from the bundle. So this is The House of Grenville by B. Green, and it's the Silk and Silver series. I like the cover. So Louisa Garrick was born into an empire built on powder and pills. After craving an escape from her drug-lord father, she readily accepts a scholarship to the prestigious Grenville University. But Grenville's a hallowed halls with secrets darker than those she fled. In Birmingham. Gotta love the Birmingham representation. The Grenvilles, the founding family of the university, are tethered to immense wealth and even darker rumours than Louisa could have imagined. They control the nation's elite and have reached a far greater than anyone could know. Benjamin Grenville, the enigmatic heir, draws Louisa into this world of power and corruption with a promise of protection. As Louisa tries to navigate this treacherous web of class warfare, social injustice, she uncovers the chilling truth that could shatter the very foundations of Grenville dynasty. Torn between justice and love, will she succumb to the seductive pull of power, or will she break the mold and forge her own destiny? This sounds really intriguing. It's a bit mafia. Then we have Modern Gladiator by S.A. Stovall. Some dreams are worth risking everything for. A prim and proper aspiring doctor and a destitute martial artist, both with hurts to comfort, each with just the cure of each other's needs. This is gay. Wow. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Wow. I know that's not a bad thing. I just actually did not know that going in. So you got Keon Lynch and Corbin Frail. Is that right? Yeah. I actually think this is male. Okay, this actually might be more. This is okay. I'm more intrigued than I was initially. I didn't think I was gonna be as intrigued. Wow. Okay. That one might actually be one I like. And they've got this. This is Shadowhunter and Myth, Discovering the Legends Behind the Mortal Instruments by Valerie Estelle Frankel. So this is basically about all of the myths and like, bit like the Ineffable Love book that I bought for Good Omens. This is about, but this is like the Shadowhunter version of that. It's got my Shadowhunter shelf. Because I love learning anything like that. The next up, and this is backwards, but I will show you them. This is the Stock and Jack the Ripper series. I finally found them all in hardback. I'm so proud. I'm going to read you the tagline bits for these. So this is backwards, but we've got Hunting Prince Dracula. This is all by Kerry Maniscalco. It's got a man impaled by a sharp wooden stake, a young chambermaid drained of all her blood. Then they say it's Prince Dracula arisen from the dead. I say it's the living, not the dead. We should fear the most. And then we've got Escaping from Houdini. It was both glorious and terrifying holding someone's life in my hand. Sure and steady with my scalpel, I had the power to end it. With the swift flick of the blade, I had the power to end him. Oh boy. Oh, there's more of them. Okay, let me read you the ones on the inside too. Bone white, blood red. Are these signed? No. Along this path you'll soon be dead. Okay. That one's a bit dark. Beware of midnight bargains. If you're not careful, you might lose your life. your very soul to this magical travelling show. Do these all rhyme? These all might rhyme. Capturing the Devil, which is by far one of my favourite covers. I love that. He once said the devil was within him and stayed all his wicked life. No one knows how many lives he's taken, but I'm certain one of our stories will end in hell. She swore she couldn't live without him. The devil is pleased to comply. Okay, I like the sound of that. This might end up being my favourite one. And then we've got the actual official first one. I'm gonna itch your nose. Stalking Jack the Ripper. He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorised an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny I was the girl who loved the Ripper. I kind of do like the story of Jack the Ripper. He's the infamous killer no man has been able to find. Now it's a girl's turn. I am very intrigued. Like, the story of Jack the Ripper does actually intrigue me. Very much. Like, I'd like to know who he was, actually. Though I don't think that's ever going to be a thing. I don't think we're ever going to find out. Last two books. Human Rights by Juno Dawson. This is the fourth book. Well, technically third book. But Queen Bee was the other one. The Coven is reunited but broken. It's the final confrontation between evil. Look at those end papers. Same on both sides. I'm not going to read you the synopsis because that'll ruin the rest of the series, and I haven't even started this series, but this is the last one. A Deal with the Devil. Groundbreaking is what it says on the back. And the last book, I sadly did not get the Fairy Loot edition, but this is The God and the Gwysin by Sophie Kim. I have The God and the Gummy home. This does not have any... Oh, that's a lovely blue. He has been reinstated, she has been reincarnated. They must do whatever it takes to save the world, and perhaps fall in love again. For my mother. Mum, I look up to you more than astrologers look up to the stars. Oh, that's so cute. Is this called the Fates Thread? Oh, she has talents as well. I might invest in talent. I love this. I actually love... This is a lovely hardback. I mean, look at that. I'm excited to actually start this series. Maybe there will be more. Does it say anything else in here? A bonus annotated chapter. Ooh, that's in the Fairy Loot. Doesn't say anything about a third book, but we shall see. But I love the character art for this. I think it's amazing. But yeah, so that is my book haul. So I hope you enjoyed that. I can now put some of these in the actual places where they need to be. And then I shall see you next video. Bye.